We are live now.
Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're calling from. My name is Joycelyn Dovo from Manchester, UK, and I'm going to be your moderator today. Welcome to all our LC leaders in the house, and welcome to all our Heroes team leaders. Welcome to all the leaders in the house and all founders and guests in the house. If you are joining us the first time, we welcome you. You are most welcome. We do this every Sunday, the same time, wherever you're calling from. Thank you very much for joining us. Today we have two sections. I'm gonna do my part and then leave the rest to our two beautiful sisters, Sister Comfort and Sister Fumi, to carry on after that. So I can see Red and Matty is not in the house, so we leave that for now. And we move to our Tech Pro brothers to give us some product updates. Brother Vincent, Brother Collins, Brother Bob, Brother Oliver. If any one of you can give us some product, please. I saw Brother Vincent in the house. Right, Brother Andy, I think we'll move to your turn then while we're still waiting for them. So
we have Brother Vincent. Brother Vincent is here. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
He just needs to be made a co-host.
All right.
Oh, yeah, Brother Collins, yeah, Brother Andy can carry on. Brother Collins will do the update, yeah.
Okay,
I'll check
all
with
right.
you. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay.
Then you have the host now. You're the host now.
Alrighty.
Time with Brother Andy then.
Time with Brother Andy. Okay, so what do you want to talk about? Numbers.
Yes, please.
Okay, let's have a look at numbers. We have some new faces here tonight, which I'm really pleased to see. I'm going to give you an example today, and this is purely an example. I just want to give you an understanding of the power of numbers. But last year, we know that 196 million new people started using the internet last year. And it's roughly 500,000 new people every single day using the internet. There are just over now 5 billion people using the internet. This is our market. This is every single person that uses the internet will find something from OnPassive to make use of. Whether it's ONET to start with, a different system than we know on the social media system where they sell data to make their money, we don't. But I'm going to give you an example today and about the power of numbers. And this is simply an example. I'm going to suggest to you that the company will find you 3 customers within a very short period of time. And after that, it will take 3 months to provide you with 3 further customers and those first 3 customers with 3 further customers. And so on, 3 monthly. So it'll go you plus your 3 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, plus your 4, 16. 16 times 3, 48, plus your 16, 64. 64 times 392, plus your 64. That's 256 customers in your first year if you've done nothing. Okay, absolutely nothing. So if, however, we know that the reseller position is going to be open very soon. And when it does, you need to share it. So if you share it with just 9 others, so now you've got 10 of you in your group, you can multiply those numbers I've given you, 256 by 10. You'd have 2,560 people in your group. That's an increase in income tenfold, just simply by sharing it with 9 others. Now, what do you think you could achieve if you've shared it with 1,000 people? Oh my word, it's incredible opportunity. So where do you start? Who do you start with? Now, I don't know about you, but I tried to encourage well over 5,000 people to have a look at OnPassive, and over 5,000 people said, no, thanks, not interested. So my first port of call, the first people I'm going to go back to is those 5,000 odd or 6,000 odd that said, no, thanks, not interested. Because now We know all of the various products that are going to come out in August, and another 3 in September, and another 3 in October, and so on. All of these products have a place. So if you haven't started writing your list, here is what you do. As I said, you've got 5 billion people that use the internet. So every single person you know that uses the internet is a potential customer here. But think about this. Now, we know that I've been in financial services for 35 years, and I know that the average pension in the UK, pension pot, having worked for 30 years and built up a pot over 30 years, is just under 62,000. That produces an income of 3,500 a year, plus your old age pension, which in the average in the UK is about £147 a week, is a total of just over 10,500, which is 840 odd pounds a month. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my bar bill is bigger than that. So how can you live on that sort of money? You can't. If you look at education fees, now Fumi's going to smile and nod regularly here. The average cost to send a student through university or further education in the UK works out between 25 and 30,000 pound a year, and they do 4 years. So that's anywhere from 70 to 125,000 pound. But let's say it's 80, for argument's sake, it's 80,000 pound. Now, how many kids do you know want to start their working career with a bill or a debt of 80 grand? Now, again, I don't know about you, but my first mortgage was lower than that. And that was a loan spread over 25 years. Now, we don't want this to happen. So in your list that you've got to start, you've got to look at anybody that lives around you that uses the internet, anybody that's got kids at school today, anybody that's got kids that are likely to go to university, anyone that's taking retirement shortly, anybody that uses the internet. Now, again, if you look at the specific products we've got, find a hook. Find something that they would be interested in. So we know, for argument's sake, we've got OStaff, OMail, OTrim, OTracker, ODesk, and OBless. OStaff is linked to every single person that you know that works in a company. Now, don't tell me you don't know anybody, because that's an impossibility. Everybody here knows at least 50 people that work within a company. Now, you spread that out, you've got things like Opia. Now, I'm going to take, again, an example. In financial services, there's a company that I know of that has 70 operations in over 70 countries around the globe, over 4,000 consultants. And I know they've got orphan clients. That's clients that haven't been seen or spoken to because their consultants have disappeared, moved on to another company, of over 30,000. Now, that one company could have an income with those 30,000 orphan clients just simply by using OConnect and suggesting to clients, look, let's do a Zoom, let's do a video conference call, and we'll use ONet. They become a customer of OnPassive. How many companies do you know, or how many people you know that run small companies that have customer bases? Every single one of those companies that has a small customer base or even a large customer base would use OConnect. It's a way of connecting to people. Staff will have Opia as part of the software that they can use, single sign-on. So this list that you have, if you don't have 1,000 people on your list to start with, you're not doing it right. Think about every single person that you know, every single person that uses the internet. They all have something that they will come to OnPassive for, and they form part of your group. Now, whether they buy today, tomorrow, next year, it doesn't matter, because as they start to see money coming into the wallet, they're going to go, hold on, what's that? This is the genius of this system. It's going to show them that they've got money in their wallet. So they click on that and they go, oh, if I become a reseller, I can take that money out. Wow, what opportunity I've got now. Think about this, guys. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. We've got billions of customers to play with. How many customers do you want? What income do you want? Do you want $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $50,000, or if you're like Tony and really greedy, $250,000 or $500,000 a month? I know he wants to provide a private jet so that he can come and pick me up and take me somewhere nice. You have the opportunity to have exactly what you want.
Yeah, Vincent's trying to call you.
Is he? If you want that, okay, you have a time.
A while back, guys.
Okay, you can shorten that time frame to whatever you want, whether it be 6 months, a year, 5 years. It's up to you. You have that opportunity. Back to you, Auntie Jocelyn.
Wow, thank you very much. Well done. Today's one was totally different, and I like that. You're upgrading yourself every day. Thank you very much, Brother Tony. Thank you very much. I think Brother Collins is in the house. So, Brother Michael, did I make you laugh? I think Brother Collins is in the house. So I'll hand over to Brother Collins to give us some updates. Brother Collins, is he a co-host? Mr. Gray, no, Mr. Comfort, I think you are the host now. Can you make Brother Collins the co-host, please?
Yes, please. I'm struggling. I'm just trying to change the host rights to Lane because I'm using my phone and it's a bit challenging. So I'm trying.
Brother Vincent's here.
Just hold on.
Yeah, Collins is on mute. We can talk now.
Okay.
Yeah, Collins.
All right. Sorry for being late. Just want to greet everyone again. Yeah, I was tied up somewhere, but I'm in now. Yeah, so regarding updates, I know Andy, I've just I think gave the marketing perspective, right? Of OnPassive. So at the sales perspective, sorry. So with the updates, I think last week we had all the updates. We've not heard anything again from our CEO. It's still the same old. But the only thing I know is the data center. I think there was the update. The only news we've got is the data center. So they are expanding the data center to the other regions. And I think that's the update. And we should just prepare our mind to join the roundtable on Tuesday with our CEO. Of course, there'll be lots and lots of updates. That's the only two for now. And yep. So with the product, I think we'll talk about the ecosystem, OnPassive ecosystem. I don't know if Vincent wants to talk about that, or I can go if Bob is here. If they are not, then I can talk about the ecosystem. So we're looking at our ecosystem, and we know there are many more products that are there, new products, though we don't know them at the moment. But with what we have now, we know everything is built with AI and more disruptive functionalities, which we don't know, but some we do within our back office. So the only thing we can encourage founders is we simply need to check our back office and then go through the products, try to familiarize yourself with the products, play with them, because it's still part of the beta testing. But look at it again, and maybe if you don't really understand anything, it doesn't matter, but just know your business as much as possible and continue to play with whatever you want to play with it. And that's all I can say. So thank you, Sister Jocelyn, and I'll hand it over back to you. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Brother Collins. Brother Vincent and Brother Oliver, you are welcome. Do you want to add anything on it? No, you're done. Good. Right. I have done my part now. I'm going to hand over to our two beautiful sisters, Sister Comfort and Sister Fumi, to take over from me. Over to you, sisters. You are muted, Sister Fumi. And I can't see. Are you a co-host? Yes, you are.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mrs. Fumi Williams, and Sister Comfort. Introduce yourself, please, from the UK. I'm from the UK as well. You are muted, Sister Comfort. Okay.
All right. Can you hear me now, please?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Is it possible to make us co-hosts, please? It's difficult to be asking to unmute all the time. Thank you so much. Guys, I really appeal.
One second. Hold on a second. Grace, can you make me host, please? And I'll make you co-host, Grace.
Comfort, you need to make Comfort co-host.
Yes, once I'm host, I can make everybody co-host that needs to be co-host.
Okay.
So Grace will do that.
While that is going on, sorry guys about the small confusion here. I don't know if it's really confusion. Once again, guys, you are welcome. It's been another week full of excitement as we are back here. We'll be well fed again with information from our great team, the Alltech Pro, and guys, welcome fellow founders from all over the world. Thank you all for joining. We're always happy when you are here, because why we're here is because we know that we shall meet you. If it's only us sitting here, there will be no need. So thank you, and we acknowledge the presence of our great leaders in the house. I suppose Red Fern is in the house. I suppose Marty is in, and the Alltech Pros and AKA Bros. Thank you all for the good job. And I don't know if I introduced myself. I'm Comfort calling all the way from the United Kingdom. So guys, Fumi and myself, we have done a good job. I hope we did though, because we have tried to comb through the platforms throughout the week. We looked at what Red Fern meant by choices. We listened to the Alltech Pro guys talking about on passive having the solution to all business challenges. We listened to the impact of positive mindset from all winners. And here we are today, just for us to finally digest it so that we look at what the next week ahead holds for us. So guys, thank you so much for coming. Sis, do you have something else to say before we hit the on?
Nothing much.
All right. Okay. Thank you so
Please,
much. So
Comfort.
that said, yes, please.
Yeah, Maddie is in the house. I think Maddie would like to give an update more before maybe you can just bring Maddie in. Maddie Digamo.
Right. Okay.
Yes,
okay,
I don't know if
sure.
you want to, yeah.
I appreciate that. If he's ready to give us updates, then we are happy for it, please. Thank you. Marty, you're welcome. Thank you.
Let me make Marty a co-host.
Okay, I got it. I couldn't unmute. Hello, everybody. My grandkids are here, so I'll try to talk loud. Updates, as we know, the roundtable is finished. Tuesday, Ash is supposed to come on and give us updates. I believe he's going to talk about the restructuring of the back office. That way we can put webinars in there so people can go back, go to a calendar Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, look up when there's a webinar, make it easier, because now you got to look all over. There's at least 2,000 groups. Kind of want to get people to go to the back office because, you know, as we go on and move into on passive website, we're going to want to go back there. You know, they'll have ONet and all that. So they're slowly trying to migrate to get all the info in one spot, which is better for all of us, really. Half the time I can't find out where I know because I'm in most webinars, but some people ask me and I don't know where to get the info, or it's trouble looking for it. So that's what they're going to work on, I believe. I know Ash is traveling. I don't know where he's at. I haven't heard from him for 2 days, which usually means he's actually flying or traveling or whatever. Probably tonight, because usually Sunday night for Mondays when he talks with me. He did send me a video a couple of days ago. It's a really good one. You know, a motivational one. He thought I'd like it. It was really good. But other than that, he's very busy. And when you don't see him, it's better because that means he's getting stuff done. I know some people panic. Oh, I haven't seen Ash. You saw Ash yesterday. Calm the freak down, right? I mean, you know, he'll even say, I'm not going to be around as much. And the very next day, people go, where's Ash? I go, I don't know. I think he said yesterday, you know, it was only a day ago. Calm down. But he's very busy. Remember, he's not building a company. He's building 50 companies or more. I mean, it's massive, 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 massive. As soon, like I said, I thought I knew. I know nothing. I know nothing. But what I do know is enough to make you speechless. So I can tell you that. And the tech guys can, when they fill in and tell you what technology, as far as they know, remember, they're looking from the outside too, but they're even amazed at how far this company's gone in a couple of years. But we're in a good place. I see a lot of changes coming real soon. I see that I believe they'll start selling products soon. And during that time, they could be testing the wallets or whatever. And yes, if money is flowing, there will be a wallet. I don't know why people ask me that. Are we going to have, we're not going to have our wallet, but we're going to have money? No, I mean, you shouldn't have to ask that. Yeah, if there's a cloud, it rains. If the sun's out, it's sunny. If you get paid, you have to have a wallet or you're not going to get the money. Just common sense. I don't know why people ask me that. Is he going to put money back and we can't get it? I hope not. It's a really mean joke, you know. Anyway, but everything's moving on. I believe people need, I think what we need to stop doing for everyone is taking all the information and taking it to people to show them the information. We got to start forcing people to go to one area because it's getting bigger and faster. And when things get moving, you have a business to run. I know it's easy. 99% of it's done. But if you're constantly force feeding other people information, all they have to do is log in and go look at it. You know, so I think I did it myself. I always go help people, and I realize I'm doing too much because now they don't even know how to log in, which is pretty bad. But we need to work on that. But things are going really, really well. He's so excited he can't even talk straight. I mean, because he can't say everything, because the sad thing is some founders can't be trusted, as we know. So if you want to get the inside scoop, start logging in the back office. That's what he wants us to do. So that's the best update I have, really. That's all.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for the quick updates, Marty. We really appreciate. So, Marty, before I we go ahead with the questions. About 6 months ago, if I can remember, there's a question I asked you here, and you actually I asked you whether, that was about 6 months ago, whether you were fired up, and your answer was like, are you kidding me? Everybody burst into laughter, which I took that by response anyway, because it sounded like a yes to me. However, today I have a totally different question for you, given that you think that you know really so much, but Ash comes anytime and makes you think that you know just one tiny bit of what is going to happen. And I am about to ask you now again, Marty, are you still on fire?
Yes, I have no clothes left. They burned right off of me. No, listen, I want to tell you, if somebody said to me, I could be a founder in the beginning of Apple, the beginning of Microsoft, and the beginning of Google, but I'd have to give up what I have on passive, I wouldn't take it. Does that answer your question?
Yes,
that's about the best thing I could say. Yeah.
Thank you. Don't go anywhere because you have a lot to do here today. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining. And let's go straight to the business of the week. We'd like to look at what our old tech pros, forwards like bros, have been discussing on passive being the total or the solution to every business challenge, the answer to all the business challenges. We are not just here to entertain ourselves. Some people are surely watching us who are prospective customers, prospective resellers, and they need to know what we are all doing here, right? So I would like to know first from, if Tony is in the house, from the marketing perspective, what do you call marketing challenges or business challenges? Before
You break it.
finally present this solution, we will get the solution at some point, but just list a few things. Am I breaking? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you
We
hear
can
me?
hear you now. You're
Yes.
breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, in and
Okay.
out,
I hope
we can hear you and then we can't hear you. So
All right. If it continues like that, I'm really going to give up really quick so that I don't spoil the fun. So I will try again. If it doesn't work, then I'll hand over to Sister Fumi and just watch. So I was going to ask if you can help, given that we have prospective customers and resellers watching us, both on YouTube, here on the Zoom, and everywhere. Just identify some of what the things that you call a business challenges. We know we have learned throughout the week that OnPassive has every solution to every business challenge out there. So just identify some of what we refer to as business challenges so that when we're looking at the solution, somebody will finally make sense out of it and say, I'm in. Tony, if you can go first, please.
Sure. Thank you, Sister Comfort. I appreciate that. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Thumbs up if you can. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm on another computer, so it sometimes it doesn't work. But yeah, the challenges that a lot of companies. I'm gonna bring up a company for a change instead of an individual perspective. But from a company's perspective, usually what they're lacking, they've got a ton of challenges for one thing. But one of the major challenges that they have is attracting customers. Okay, attracting customers is very difficult. It's very expensive for a lot of companies to put ads out there. Sometimes they spend millions of dollars a month just advertising their businesses to try to bring the customers that they need for their business. So with OnPassive, we've got that taken care of. We've got all traffic. Right? We have all traffic. All traffic is going to bring the customers that these businesses need for whatever it is that they're selling, which is absolutely phenomenal. You know, a lot of businesses, like I said, a lot of businesses struggle with a lot of challenges. OnPassive has the solution to every challenge. Okay, so now these businesses are going to come in. They're going to use the traffic source that we have. They're going to get the targeted, guaranteed eyeballs to whatever it is that they're selling, right? All of a sudden, they're going to start to grow. These businesses are going to start to grow because they're attracting more customers thanks to OnPassive. Now, these businesses are also going to look at the back office. They're going to say, oh my God, you know what? There's a human resources platform called All Staff.
Brother Tony, before you go ahead, I just needed your help to identify a few of what we call business challenges. And one of the greatest ones you just pointed out was tracking of customers, which can be very costly. Definitely, we are going to come to the solution. We just want to point our potential customers and resellers to what we have, to be a bit more precise. So I would like to hear at least one or two more. It's Red in the house, please. And Marty, I just want to know, apart from tracking customers being one of the most costly things in business, which is a great challenge, what else could be another challenge? After which we'll go for the solution.
Alrighty, and in the house, we don't have Red, but we do have Marty in the house, and his hand is raised. And let me clarify something, because I see a lot of people raising their hands. Perfect. So in this, I just want to clarify that in our new format, we have Comfort and Funmi, who will be directing questions to our leaders, to our co-hosts. So really, there is no reason for a non-co-host to be raising your hands. And if you raise your hands, we will lower them. So right now, you can see Marty is a co-host and he has his hands raised. This means he has something to say. Go ahead, Marty.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Elaine, for bringing them up. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed off of Tony for once. There you go, Tony. I'm going after you this time. Anyway, no, like Tony said, the main thing, you know, these companies, especially MLM, I'm going to try to make it short. MLM companies die the same reason MLM people die in industry. It's trying to get the customers, right? So you have 1 or 2% of the whole company driving the whole company. You can't sustain that for a long period of time. So what happens is even the 1-2% run out of people to go to, and the company dies. The benefit will be, Comfort, is these companies, I believe, maybe not day one, maybe not day two, but eventually they're going to come to OnPassive as customers because we're customers. or consumers. And they'll be able to unlock that limitless amount of eyes coming to their product. Because if it's good and it's a good value, we know it'll be sold. There's a lot of companies that do die because, not because of the product, but because of the design of the company. The company MLMs are designed that 1 or 2% run the whole company. But that doesn't work. I mean, if it did work, they wouldn't be. I mean, most companies fail. It's really sad. It's like 90-some%. They're here one day and 6 months later, they're gone. It's not always because the product's bad. It's because you're trying to drive a multi-million-dollar company with 1 or 2% of the people, and it doesn't work. And we can change. We can change that, definitely.
Perfect. I like the conclusion. We can change that. So now, if we're talking about solution, at least somebody has an idea. We have every solution to every business problem out there. So Collins, from your own perspective, what are some of the solutions that OnPassive has? What do you mean when you say OnPassive has every solution for all the business challenges out there? Collins, you may go first, and then Vincent.
Thank you, Mr. Comfort. The products, the value are the solution. So if we look at, for instance, we're talking about time frame. You know, we're talking about single sign-on. Most companies hate having multiple usernames and logins, because sometimes if you look at those who run businesses or those who work in corporate world or any business or any place where you have to log into several applications, you know, look at the time constraint people will use to log in. And sometimes when you go over the weekend break, you come back, you've already forgotten half of your password. And when you forget that password, what happened? You pass it to support. That password reset is not a priority when it comes to IT, because the support team will look at what are the priorities. They go and before they come to you, half a day is gone. You know, password reset is always the last day, last job of the day. Then they'll go and be looking at password reset, except the director will call and say, please do that, because we have something important. If not, it's not important. We're talking about all staff, 7 or multiple applications integrated in one place to give you the all staff solution we have. A lot of companies will come because it will solve lots of problems. Look at our emailing system, mail, spam free. We're talking about the interface integrated together to give you a total place where you will not have several pop-ups. You know, if you look at Gmail, look at the rest, you click pop-up. A lot of businesses don't like that because it's just wasting time. You know, it's so frustrating having a lot of screens in front of you. You know, and these are the things that OnPassive is coming to solve. We said, okay, the time loss for logging into too many applications, I've given you that time freedom for you to do the job that you are assigned to do. These are the solutions that OnPassive, and there are many more. You know, the speed of our data center still. So I'll leave it there for Mr. Comfort. I think, yeah, I can go on and on again.
I know. Okay, thank you so much, Collins. Vincent, do you think you want to chip in just one item?
Okay,
What we have as solution, please.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Sister Comfort. For as a solution, we have a solution like Collins just introduced, the data center. So our data center is also a solution to the business challenging, because what we have in our data center, because we know a lot of businesses outside there, they don't have it. Even those giants in the market, they don't have. We have a laser technology in which they don't have it. Our data center also is embedded artificial intelligence system. And then the security of the artificial intelligence system, they don't have that. We have that solution as well. And then with the performance, because business is not only the security, even the security is the performance. The customer will be happy when they're looking for information just like that, and then they get the information done. So this is what we have in OnPassive, that a lot of competitors outside there, they don't have it, because we have the best performance so far, so good. And then also, we also think about the connectivity, because when Sister Comfort was talking a few minutes ago, the connection was breaking. We have that technology that will fix that connection issues. So we have the best of the best performance of the connection issues, because when we use, or even our virtual, you connect to our system, the VPN connection will boost also your internet connection. We have a laser technology will boost your internet connection. So this is technologies or system we have on passive that other people they don't have. We have a dual IP address using for our data center. So we have the whole 32-bit address scheme, which is IPv4, and then 128-bit address scheme is IPv6. And then the security also for IPv6. This is what we have. The others, they don't have it. So it's a lot. So we can start from now and finish even tomorrow.
All right.
So I'll stop here. We have so many advantages for business solution that on passive have that other people they don't have outside there. So thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Brother Oliver, you want to be ready, but you come after Andy if he is here. Andy, do you have anything to chip in when it comes to on passive being having every solution to all the business challenges? Any contribution from the sales perspective, please?
I think what you got to bear in mind is that the products that we've got are there for every single individual and every single business. Whether you use it's a big business like the National Health Service, I'm sure they're going to use likes of OStaff, Opia. Whether it's a smaller company wanting to talk to customers with OConnect, and again use Opia. Whether it's just individuals looking for a way of being able to talk to their friends without having to worry about who owns the data. You know, we all put pictures on Facebook. I haven't posted pictures on Facebook for many years now, certainly after I found out that they own the data. I don't own that anymore. They can use that for whatever they want to. Mm-hmm. So every single person that you come across has the capability or we have something that they will use. You know, there are so many people that I come across and have spoken to will say, oh no, I'm not going to get involved in that. Mm-hmm. They're going to become part of it no matter what happens, because we have something they need. It's as simple as that.
That's a good one. Thank you. Thank you so much. So before I hand over to my partner in everything, Brother Oliver, this is important. We know how much people value their security online, given that this is a generation of digital generation, aware of how much massive layers upon layers of security. When it's talking about solution here, so would you place security like an umbrella that is shielding this solution that we have, or is security part of the solution? Brother Oliver, please.
Yeah. Hi everybody. Do want to say hi to everybody. I know today's webinar has been shaking, but we are sorry for that. Things happen. Okay, for the security, been in the industry, never heard of that. Our database is encrypted 100%. Encrypted means the whole database is secured 100%. Never heard of. Been in the IT field and in security we don't give 100%. But when I heard the CEO said that, I was like, what? And to secure that database costs a lot of money. When I heard the CEO say that few months back or weeks back that our database is secured. Normally, companies do secure their columns. They secure the data that are in columns in the database. They don't secure the whole database. You know, when I heard that, I was like, we are good to go in security. Then come again, we have double backup of power. Never heard of also with data center that they have double backup. Never heard of also that they do have internet connection double backup. That alone makes me feel comfortable. And no matter what we want to do, our data is supposed to be secured. And we are secured, double secured. Then when comes again, the firewalls also remember that we have AI. We deal, everything on passive is AI embedded into from scratch. Just that alone, and AI comes with its own security. The firewalls from all the multiple regions, they are all secured. You know, I can go on and on and on about security, but just want to assure us that we are fine and everything is moving on smoothly when it comes to security. They cannot penetrate us easily.
All right. Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I think I'm satisfied with all your responses, and I appreciate all of you, from Marty to Tony to all of you who made a contribution to this one question. It was really important for me that our people should know. So from what all of you have said, I have understood that when Mr. Ash Mufare says he is offering total solution means total solution. That's just it. And so we are fine. Thank you. Sister Fumi, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. I'm here.
So are you ready to hit the button?
Yes. This question came in just yesterday. It says here, you know, when you mentioned, I think this was on, I will speak to, I don't know if Bra Bob was around or Bra Oliver is around as well, Bra Bob. So it talks about how do you want to be remembered? Obless is supposed to be the core of OnPassive. So when we talk about how we want to be remembered, I think we need to, do you think it's something that we need to look back into the corporate value of OnPassive via our CEO to emulate him by being able to, you know, emulate him means that he's already provided for us a vehicle, which is Obless, to be able to, you know, propagate however we want to be remembered. Do you think OnPassive is that vehicle, as in the core of it, which is Obless? Is Bra Bob there?
Is that question? Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay, Bra Oliver. You know, we're talking about OnPassive being the vehicle.
Yes. The CEO he has given us a platform. He has given us a platform for all of us to be remembered, for our dynasty to live long for life. And Obless is one of those products that no matter what, we are going to chip $5, $10, $100, $200 in Obless. And there are going to be a lot of projects out there. There are going to be a lot of projects out there that some of us with our personal NGOs, we are going to register in them also in the back office in Obless for that we should chip in something. And when you also look at Obless, you know, money that you are going to get 100%. You know, even from the customers that are coming in, that they are also going to register from Obless. And Obless is a product that we should remember that also Obless is a product that people will pay to come in to register as a crowdfunding also with their projects, you know. And I don't know about the side of traffic. Maybe Madi will come in on that maybe they can also buy traffic to come there. Remember the traditional Obless, that when you register with some of this crowdfunding, they will give you the link to go and share to your people to bring in customers or people to raise funds. But with OnPassive, it's going to be both. Like I said, maybe Madi will come in for the traffic side. I don't know more about traffic. It's the traffic that they're going to run traffic on that on Obless, but it will. Coming now also to we the founders with Obless is a gift from our CEO. It's a gift. And we should make use of it. I think all of us, like the CEOs mentioned to us last year or maybe sometime last year, that just give even is $5. If you want to withdraw $5,000, $2,000, when he said $5, doesn't mean that you should give $5. Give something more than that. You know, that is your signature, and that is what you'll be remembered. You know, give something. And then with our personal NGOs also, like we have missionaries for Africa also. We have missionaries for Africa. We are going to change that continent. You know, so it's a gift. My brother Colin said this last weekend, I think it's Friday or Saturday, that when you come to London, you see those statues with names, Winston Churchill, their names, or you know, just look, they've gone about how many years, but they are still with us. because of those statues that are there with their names on it, you know. So it's a legacy that our CEO has put in front of us. We should make use of it and be generous and to replicate ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Oliver. Brother Matty, do you want to come in on that note of, are we going to have actually traffic driven into Obless as well as a single product, please?
First, I want to say I don't know all the ins and outs of Obless. I do want to say this. Anyone can give towards a blessing, whatever it is. Anyone. But in order to do that, you would have to give your name and your email. I think at that point, it puts you in on passive land. And if you did it from a link from somebody that you're probably tied to them. I don't know exactly, but I believe most of Obless will grow organically. It won't be force-fed. It won't, you know, I don't think traffic will be run to it. I don't think you'll need to. I think it's going to have plenty of traffic because people love to give, and they're going to love to give even more when they realize that 100% of what they give is actually going where you want it to go. But as far as how that's going to tie in, I really don't know. So I would rather not say. But I do know the company gets nothing for it. But I do believe if you want to create a cause, you have to be in the company. But to pay in, anyone can. Anyone can. And if they do, I think that makes them part of the company long term. Yeah.
If I can get that right, can we
sense.
explain that again? I caught something there. You said for you to create a course on Obless, then you need to be part of the company. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Okay. So does that mean that someone outside cannot actually do that except they are part of the company?
I believe so.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. I also heard this. I'm not sure who I heard it from.
Mr. Fumi, I want to add something before you go on. I put my hand up. Let me say something without before you continue.
Yes. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
Brother Collins. I didn't see your hand there. Sorry.
Yeah. So just what I want to add
before you add something, can I just add this to what, because it was you I wanted to answer this, because I'm not sure who said it, but it was like I heard Academy and Obless go hand in hand. Can you throw more light onto that, please, as you add more to the previous one, please?
All right. Yeah, I think all the product goes hand in hand with Obless. So let me just add, I just want to say something because the topic was what legacy do you want to leave? The legacy you want to leave. So it's about you, the person. It's not really about Obless as a product, you know, but I want to touch that Obless because sometimes, remember last time our CEO talked about people are really misunderstanding the concept of Obless. Obless is not a handout where you feed people every day. It's about empowering people. Because as CEO said, they are not dead, they are alive. These are people who are able. How do you make them to be useful in the society? You know, you use Obless to empower them so they can start to take part in the society. So it's not because if it's a handout, I bet you within a few years, OnPassive will go bust. That's the thing, that's what our CEO said. So it's not a handout, it's about we empowering others using Obless by creating jobs, building schools, you know, those type of things that can bring them back into society so they can start to be useful people in the society. So I just want to clear that out. Now we're looking about the products, you know, the product side of it. Every product, I remember we've done something, I think our CEO gave us a topic about the single sign-on. And then when you're coming out, what will happen? You give part if you wish to give part for Obless. So every product will have this blessing type of it. You remember when you go to a supermarket, there is always a box where you can say, okay, you can put the remaining change in there. That's Obless, that's blessing. You know, you're blessing somebody. So the products are there. You buy the package or the founders. By the time you are withdrawing from your wallet, there is somebody, Mr. Obless, standing there and said, please, do you have a penny for me? You know, and that is the concept about this company, the beauty about this company, that Obless is there for you to give willingly or if you want to go out, you don't want to give anything, it's up to you, you know. But whatever you put in O Bless will use to bless others, to create jobs, empower people. You know, like for instance, we're talking about those who are homeless. You cannot leave them on the street every day, 24/7. What can you do to bring these people back off the street so they can help and they can come and be useful in the society? You know, and this is just the concept of O Bless, bringing people back so they can come, you know, be able to do some jobs and whatever job they want to do, but you have empowered them through O Bless. But every product will have that blessing funding. The crowdfunding will be there for us to chip in something for a good cause. And that is the heart of OnPassive, the product O Bless. I don't know if I've answered your question, Sister Fumi.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. And you've even put extra bits there because that at least now I personally and everybody else have an understanding that O Bless is not just about handout. It's about you empowering someone else, empowering them to become useful and be useful to not just themselves, but be part of the society and be useful to the society. So I wanted to go to another question here, which says, you know, it talks about mindset. Okay, that was about mindset. And a mindset, as we know, mindset, I think it depends on the individual. So I wanted to, you know, for us to throw more light on that, as founders, what kind of mindset are we supposed to have? Because at the moment, we're talking about we enjoying the journey, enjoying the journey that we are in, being involved in the back, you know, office. But if the mindset is different, I think it affects that. So what kind of mindset are we supposed to have? We've discussed that over the weekend, but we want to throw more light on that for founders and for our prospective, you know, clients and customers and resellers that will be coming in, so that they have that mindset before they come in. Bra Oliver, I'll start with you, and then Bra Collins, please.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question.
I was talking about the mindset that we're supposed to have as founders, and so that our prospective customers and resellers will be able to emulate that before they come in, because they need to see that also, you know, coming from the founders.
Yeah, the mindset. We should be able to have that mindset. Remember what the CEO has been talking to us the past days about loyalty, about trust. You know, our mindset, that loyalty that we got from some of us who've been here for 5 years. I'm sorry, for 3 years, 3.5 years, 4 years today. That loyalty, you know, that trust that we had for the company. And when you also look at the products, you know, before we got nothing, today we have products, not any kind of products, above market level. You know, that mindset, you know, and the mindset of replication that the CEO also has been talking to us about, that we should replicate ourselves. You know, we just talk about O Bless, you know, we should also touch lives by helping people out there. After filling our tanks, filling the tanks mean that go and change your zip code, change your house, change your cars. The excesses, what will you do with the excess? What will you do with the excess of, you know, that mindset, you know, because this company, OnPassive, is not any ordinary company. OnPassive is here to stay. This is a dynasty, like Dr. B. Williams said. That mindset that we have, you know, that how will they know you when you are gone? That mindset, you know, when the money starts coming, or when we have the money, what are you going to do? That arrogance, the arrogance doesn't mean that you should go out there and insult people. No, the arrogance means that when you see somebody, help that person. So when the CEO talks about the arrogance, because I know some people or some of us are going to be that arrogant in a nasty way. You know, money changes people.
Mm.
When I was in secondary school, one of my teachers, I think I told our tech pro guys when we had a meeting, that one of my lecturers said, when you throw a coin, when you're in the hospital, your patient is on a hospital bed, you throw a coin, that patient cannot tend to get that sound of that, you know, that is bad. Why do I say this? That arrogance, okay, I want to tie it with the arrogance. We should be humble, respectful, down to earth, serve our people. Look at Mr. Ash Mufara, our CEO. He's running around for our sake, for us to be on passive air tomorrow. But some of us will not behave like him. Some of us, that arrogance will kick in, disrespect people, want to climb on top of people because we have money. Please, no. Please, no. Be humble, be respectful. Treat people like humans. Treat people with some respect, despite the fact that we have money. Because if you've been in this journey with the ups and downs, he comes and tells us about what is good. He will not tell us what is bad. Because if he wants to tell us what is bad, I don't think some of us are going to be in, we will still be on passive. He takes all the shock. He has that shock absorber. That shock absorber with the card that it comes and bounce and go. And he has that theory that is do or die. He has that theory. We should be like him. We should be like the CEO. Now we've come to the point that now we are going to go to the market. That is what we are talking about. And that's, I'll leave my kids there. Thank you.
Okay. Ramati. I can see your hand up there.
Yeah. Well, following Oliver, I almost forgot what I was going to say. Very good, Oliver. Yeah, mindset. One bonus of mindset for on passive anyway is if you're a founder, you got a pretty good mindset because you trusted and you believed in the impossible. Okay, Mr. Mufara has that mindset. And by the way, if you believe you can, you can. You're 100% right. If you believe you can't, you won't. And some people don't have the trust and the faith in anything. Some family members, I talked about this on my live. The right mindset is believing that something can be even though you can't see it. I don't see air, but I see the reaction and what it does. I don't see oxygen, but I wouldn't want to live without it. The right mindset is, especially in passive, is focusing on what you can do for others, serving others, because you're going to get what you want. You already know it. Believe in Mr. Mufara and what he's doing. You see it. Now, in the beginning, we all came in for a reason. Yeah, we wanted to make money for our family. But the people that stayed had a different mindset because they changed. Their mind evolved into what's good in people, why we're really here. Somebody said, well, he never mentions money. He doesn't have to. His mindset is, if I give value at the best technology, at the best support with AI, I don't have to mention money because that is what all this equals. But the mindset has a lot to do with who you are, right? You are that way. Example, alcohol will enhance your personality, right? No,
Yes,
think about it.
yes.
If a person is a horrible person and they drink, or a really bad person when they get drunk. And the same thing happens with money. A caring person makes money, they're still caring. In most cases, if it's to the core, if it was really you believe that way. The power of passive was the mindset of getting 1 million people together that think with the same mindset. Can we develop? Can we get better? Yes, of course you're going to get better. You know why? You have the right mindset. You're enabling yourself to say, there's something better. I can learn more. I can do better. That is mindset, being able to know that it can be better. You can do better. And if you have that, which most people on passive have, that's why you see people, no matter what happens, they don't get shocked. They don't get all upset. oh, something's missing in the back office, they're not crying. That person knows because they have the right mindset. And it's throughout the whole company. That's the power of this company, is you have so many people with the same mindset, different levels, but it's powerful, very powerful. And Ask created a magnet for positive mindset. And we all fell for it. Thank God. Thank God we had a place to go. No, really. So I hope I answered that somewhat okay.
Yes. Brother Vincent, do you have anything to add to that? I'm coming to your place, Auntie Lynn. Brother Vincent.
Oh, no. Thank you, sister. Yeah.
Okay. You don't have anything to add to that. Okay. Auntie Lynn.
Hello, I'm so sorry. I was working on an administrative thing for our group just now. What was my question?
Do you have anything to add to this issue of mindset? Because we need to have a mindset in place before we have the resellers and customers coming in. What do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I think that we take the lead from Mr. Mufara, and Mr. Mufara over the last several weeks has emphasized mindset, attitude. I think it's really important to him because he knows that if we don't have the right mindset, we're not going to get where we want to go. And Mr. Mufara himself has a very strong, positive mindset. And I think that he has influenced us in a very positive manner. And he's empowering us, the founders, to change our attitudes. If we are like negative, we were worrywarts, some of us are skeptical. All of that, I think, has really changed because of Mr. Mufara. He has diligently educated us and actually what I consider counseled us on having the right attitude. It's very, very powerful. So I think from what I see, I feel the pulse of this company for me through webinars. I attend many webinars and I hear from founders, and I think that the majority of them are very excited about where this company is and where this company is going. I don't see very many doubtful, skeptical founders anymore. In the past, we may have had some, but I think they've come around. And if the ones that didn't want to come around, they've asked for a refund. And I think this is appropriate. So what we've got left now is the gems, the best people for this company. And we're going to take this company and we're going to roll with it. And the world is going to see what OnPassive has to offer. And as I have always said, there is going to be a global reset, as OnPassive is the correction to the corruption. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Bra Andy or Bra Tony, which one of you want to go first? Do you have anything else to add on to that? Because I believe that, like I've heard here, every one of us, we are excited about what is happening. And if people come around you, you are not excited or they are a bit, skeptical, you need to be in a position where you can influence them because excitement is contagious. So what do you have to add to that, Bra Andy? And then I'll let Bra Tony come as well, Bra Andy.
Yeah, it's not just the mindset about OnPassive though. It's a mindset about life, because I was lucky enough to meet a lady a number of years ago, and she showed me a different way to live, a different way to enjoy. So I walk around my village with an inane grin on my face, just looking for things that I love. The shape of a cloud, the color of a car, the shape of a tree. It doesn't matter. You're looking for things that you love. It becomes habit. And that mindset encompasses what we've got here. So I've never been happier than I am right now. I've never been more excited than I am right now, because I've been looking for this for 40 years. And finally, we have something that we can grab hold of, be part of. And when I say be part of, we're an integral part of what is going on. And we're very lucky because we know what's going on. We're close to the, close to the grindstone, as it were. All right, we've still got only 10% of what's going on, but it still gives us this feeling of excitement. And as Oliver said, bottom line is, we fill our tanks. We know that's a done deal, and every single person here knows that we'll be able to fill our tanks, do what we want, cover what we need to cover for ourselves and our family, and then we're going to be able to help others. And Mr. Mafara has created, you know, over 1 million Mother Teresas. Now that's an astonishing feat of achievement. And I'm just so grateful that I'm part of it. And I found it when I did and answered Marty's advert. Go, brother.
Okay. Sister Gladys, you want to add something to that? Is Brad
Yes.
Tony there as well, please? Brad Tony, you round up on that if you have anything to add to it, please. Sister Gladys, go ahead. Thank you.
Can you hear me, Sister Fumi?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay, sorry, I'm on my phone, so I'm not in my usual spot.
Okay.
Regarding mindsets, I think it's very, very necessary, especially at this time. Before we get those apples, it's good to line up in our mindset, because naturally, as human beings, where the heart goes, the mind goes. And where the mind goes, there the character follows. So if we have to live a life that we have been talking of, promising, with all the plans that we have to join our CEO to fulfill his vision by going about doing good around the world, uplifting humanity through empowerment, and that's why he created All Bless. It's good for us to to have the right mindset now. Because if we don't, as Brother Oliver said, that money does change people. So my hope is, as we set our mindsets correctly now to line up with the vision, when that time comes, we will be fully grounded to be able to fulfill the vision by doing the right thing at the right time. If we don't do that, unfortunately, many might go downhill or not keep the word, and then will be held at a different standard. So mindset is very necessary because we have seen it from Ash himself. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Brad Tony, I'm going to round up on you before I hand over to Sister Comfort. Are you there, Brad Tony? Okay, Sister Comfort, I'll hand over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. So for those who are joining in now, we just want to remind you that we unfortunately would not be letting our guests to raise hands today. We just want to, it's more of educational, and we've just prepared as much as we can. So we just want to, we're just trying to be strictly on what was discussed this weekend and today and stay there. But if you have any question that you think that is really burning in your heart, please drop it on.
Okay, Comfort, you're getting hard to understand. Maybe if you turn your video off, we can probably hear you.
Either or Sister Fumi to have a look if there's any important with tiny screen. Okay, now, please.
Yeah, I think you're better if your video off. I think pretty much we could hear you, Comfort.
Yeah. Yes, on the other hand, if it's not working at all, I can hear it to Sister Fumi because I don't just want to waste people's time here. Do you think we can manage with this now?
Yes.
Oh yeah, with the video on, we hear you very well.
Your audio is
Comfort.
clearer now.
It's great.
All
Thank
right.
you, Comfort.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, okay. So I will go ahead with the question. So I would like to know, you know, if we listen to the CEO so well, let me say, normally people join businesses because they want to make money. And that's why we joined On Passive in the first place, before we discovered that On Passive was more than just a business and money. However, you never hear the CEO discuss money. All he talks about is value, 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 value. So I would like to know from our honorable guests, and I'm about to honor one of our guests today to start off on this session, Lily Lane, if you can let us know from your own understanding, How does value translate into money? Because we are here, this is business. Forget about any other thing. We joined for money, but the CEO does not discuss money. All the time he discusses value. So how does value translate into money in this case? Lily Lane, are you there?
Let me ask her to unmute herself.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. If you can unmute, ma'am, and unmute yourself, ma'am. I've sent you a message for you. Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Comfort. When I heard the CEO talk about value, I realized that if anything is of value, it's going to relate to money. So when he talked about the different products that we have, and he said one time, if your goal is this amount, multiply it 10 times at this time. To me, that's saying money. And that's how I understood the money. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So in the same light, yesterday, Marty, if you are still there, there is a statement you made like, there is no need to talk about money when you have the ingredients to make money. You don't need to be talking about money. So does that sound like the same thing? Like, does it sound like? So do you want to explain in your own words how value or these ingredients actually translate into money? Let's discuss a bit of money now, please. Marty, are you there?
Absolutely. Listen, yeah, value. I didn't know this at first. I mean, it took me a while to. I kept saying value, value, value. It drove me insane. Like, what's he talking about? What's he talking? But I finally got to my thick head what value and money absolutely equal the same thing. Here's why. If you give people value, which is the product's value, in other words, Zoom, the Zoom that I run for Ask, 10 grand a month. We have 20,000 person limit, and about 12,000 people start getting kicked off. So it won't even run what they say it'll do, okay? And it's very, very expensive. Now, is the value good? It must be. Millions of people are buying it. The difference is there's a new sheriff in town, and he's going to offer value first. And I'll tell you what our company did that other companies don't. They based everything on value and customer and talent. They based it on people. All the other companies, all companies all around the world, are based on capitalism in most cases. Whereas, how much can I make? And they make a product, in most cases, or a lot of cases, as cheaply as they can to make the biggest impact of money coming back. Why? They have to satisfy shareholders and blah, 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 blah. And Unpassive as said, let's spin this upside down. Let's give the best value of everything we make and offer it to the world and let the chips fall where they may. Well, I'll tell you where they're going to fall. People come up and they say, I want a conference call product. And they're going to weigh it against Unpassive. And it'll be off the chart. And because of value, because of support, because of superior technology, value will win. Here's the point. If the cost is half as much, but you have five times the customers are paying what? Money. So if you give the value, which is genius, nobody wants to do that because they don't want to think reverse. Reverse scares them to death. They think value first. Ask knows if I give enough people the value, I don't have to worry about the money because they're coming. They're going to choose the best value. And when they choose, they pay. One example, and I've said this 1,000 times. In 93, 94, Jeff Bezos went online for the first time to sell used books known as Amazon. A year later, 2 years later, here comes Barnes and Noble. Anybody that's been around a while knows who Barnes and Noble is. They were gigantic. They had a really emergency meeting with Jeff Bezos and said, Jeff, we're in big trouble. Goliath just entered the online arena with books. And he said, well, here's where I'm going to talk about mindset too. I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. His mindset was, I can't do anything about him, but I can focus on the customer and give them what? Value. Value one, Goliath is dead. Barnes & Noble's gone. Amazon's one of the biggest companies in the world. And it all turned over partially from value. And he said, I can't change what I can't change, but I'm going to kick butt with what I can. And his mindset was, we will win because I'm going to go what matters. What matters? The customer. What matters to the customer? Value. So when that's built value, the other equals that. If you put flour, milk, a little bit of cream, you put it in the oven for 3 hours, that's a cake. I don't have to say cake, but 35 minutes, something's coming out of the oven. And you can ice it. You don't have to call it cake, but that's what it is. The same thing with value. You do it right, what comes out of the oven is money. That's my best explanation.
Wow. That was brilliant. Thank you so much, Marty. I'm very satisfied with the response, and I believe many others are. So, guys, this is a very powerful conversation. If you can, please drop your perspective, your own thought on the chat section about everything we are discussing here. Whether you're watching us on YouTube, on Zoom, or wherever, let us know what you think about the conversation that is ongoing, guys. Thank you. So I'm satisfied with Marty's response, and Collins, you would rather answer some other thing. You know, what we're doing here, Mr. Ash Mufare and his team in Hyderabad, what they are doing is, it's not like they're reinventing the wheel. All of these products that we have here in this ecosystem are already in existence out there. However, we still boldly rate ourselves #1 in the world. And we are looking at ourselves like we are 10 years ahead of time, ahead of any other thing, even before lunch. So what makes us this different? Because like yesterday, Redfern says, we will begin by spending a bit of money to get people get to our products, after which there's going to be a turnaround, or the reverse will be true. So what makes us different? What makes us rate ourselves not only #1, but 10 years ahead, even before lunch? Collins, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. All right. I was just trying to get my head around the question. Yeah. So what made us 10 years ahead? One, it's about the disruptiveness of our products. That's one. And then secondly, look at the customer base, because all of us are founders. And remember, all of us will become customers and resellers. The customer base, the only company that have started with 1.4 million customers. It's OnPassive. No other company have started with this amount of customers. And then look at our products as well. The products that we have in hand, we're not going to the market with one product. We're going to the market with multiple products. Most of the other companies started with one. You can see, look at Amazon Marketplace. Apple is just one. You know, Google started with one, the Google search engine optimization, before they start to bring other Google, Gmail, and all of those stuff. We are going with multiple products. And if you look at it, we are in the era of the era of AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning. You know, this is the era. This is the only company that have utilized AI to its fullest. You know, all the products are automated. You know, web application is really difficult to really bring them to bring them in one form, one particular platform, automate and integrate them, where you can just have like a single sign-on. So if you look at the functions within the product, you know, no company has it, because what Mr. Ash Mufara did is not because these products are not there. These products are there. What Mr. Ash Mufara did was take this product and make them better. Look, like, you know, we're talking about how the product will change the dynamics of businesses. It's because Mr. Ash Mufara is someone who understands business. He has used all of this product before. He knows most of them. He knows their loopholes. He knows that if I add this function, I add this function on this, it will become more sophisticated and it will help a lot. Most of the other CEOs, the reason they are really behind is because they are money driven. They are not customer folks. They don't want to give value. Not like they can't, but because of time constraint, they are just after money, just build something, throw it there. And because the internet space is virgin, you know, we started with the agricultural age, we moved to industrialization age, and now we are in the digital age. And digital age is still new. It is really tiny. So once you are in the digital age, that is where the money is. And Mr. Ashmore have just turned everything upside down. Mr. Ashmore just look at all these products and said, I will flip it upside down, where all the customers, everybody, anywhere will have something in OnPassive. Whether you come in as a customer, or you come in as a reseller, or as a founder, you will have something in OnPassive because of the nature and the disruptiveness of all the functionality. Never ever been done before. So I'll leave it there, Mr. Comfort. I don't know if I answer your question.
That was just brilliant. You did it you just over-delivered them, Mr. Ashmore, far away. And I really do appreciate that, guys. We would save us time instead of asking many more leaders to contribute on what is perfectly being explained. Let's give room to many more questions so that we can learn as much as we can. And if you are joining here, if you are with us here and you don't yet know about OnPassive, you are not a founder and you want to be part of this whole fun and business, drop a comment, be it on YouTube, on Zoom here, and so on. And definitely we will help, we will get back to you. So, Sister Fumi, do you have a question, please?
The question I wanted to ask was to ask Brass Sampat. I don't know if he's still in.
Oh, he had to leave.
Oh. What about
Bhupender is here though. Bhupender.
Okay, Bhupender, please.
Are you able to speak, Bhupender?
Yes.
You can unmute.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Hello.
unmuted now. Hello.
Hello, Lynn, ma'am. I am audible?
Yes, very audible. Good to have you here. We want to just quickly thank you and Sampat Patel and your leaders for very actively supporting this webinar, which is a Heroes webinar. So I just want everybody to know that we appreciate you and Sampat Patel for your commitment in helping this webinar get known to the world. We appreciate you. Thank you. Go ahead, Funmi.
Thank you very much. So we wanted to say thank you. That was why I was looking for yourself and Sampat, but unfortunately he's gone to sleep. And we're sorry that it took that long for us because I know it's quite late on your end there. I don't know if you have anything to say, Profenda, about mindset. Do you have anything to say about mindset? Anything to add?
Actually, I am at hospital now. I am not feeling well, so I cannot speak much, but
okay.
I can speak. Namaste to everyone, and Marty sir and Oliver, Lynn ma'am. And glad to be work with OnPassive, and you all of us are very supporting to us, and thank you everyone.
Thank you very much. Our prayers to you as you get better as you're in the hospital. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right then. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, Sister Comfort, I don't have a lot of questions anymore. The only question that is here were two things, which you've already picked on one, which meant money will follow value. But the other two things is, which I heard Brother Tony talk about, something about plug and play. Is Brother Tony there? Plug and play.
I want
him to come from that. And Bramati, I know you have something to say on that.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
yes, because I've heard you talk about people that are into MLM if they come in as resellers. So, Brad Tony, do you want to explain what plug and play is?
Absolutely. Yeah, the plug and play system.
Yeah.
The plug and play system is the automated system. If you come into OnPassive and you don't have a business to bring onto the platform of OnPassive, you can use the reseller position. The reseller position, I call it the plug and play system. It's an automated system that goes to work for you behind the scenes. It brings in the traffic. It sells the products under your domain name. It does everything for you. So there's nothing you really need to do except just withdraw the money from your wallet to your bank account. That's it. That's what the plug and play system is. The plug and play system is the automated system for the reseller position. Back to you, Sister Fumi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Tony. Brother Martin.
You caught me goofing off. You caught me goofing off. I was doing something else. Yeah, hold on. Thank you very much. Sorry guys. I got a house full of kids here. Plug and play, plug and play. Yeah, I honestly believe that the company is big enough that it will actually be the pulse for other companies. I believe they'll be able to come in and hook up their jumper cables to OnPassive and keep their companies going. I just believe we will be that big. For one thing, look, a lot of times when a new company comes out with new ideas and all that, they either get bought out or stamped out of existence because of the big boys on the block. But we all know that we're entering this arena as Mike Tyson, okay, in his 20s. Nobody's going to kick us out, all right? So you either work with us or you're not going to, it's not going to be a fun ride. And that has no intention. He never says, we're going to beat this guy, we're going to beat, it's not him. He focuses on, he's a good-hearted man, give him value, and the chips will fall where they may. But I do believe, I've talked to some people. In fact, I have a water system here that I bought years and years ago. I absolutely love it. And I know people that are in it. I would help them set up in, let's say, in OnPassive to promote their company. And they can buy traffic. They can send traffic to their company. Listen, the ugly elephant in the room of any company is traffic. And here, one day, so you roll, I hope I make sense. One day when we become the hunted, now we are now, there's companies coming to us already, I know, but the day will come where there's so many people in OnPassive that I do not think OnPassive will need to market. I do not think that you'll need to get a package or buy advertisement. Now, I know that sounds absolutely insane, but if you know me by now, I am insane, and the guy I'm following is crazier than I am, okay? But listen, the reason I say that is, we know that right now Facebook has 2 billion accounts. Let's assume everybody owns 2. Average, I would think they do. But even 1 billion accounts, it's an outrageous number of people. They don't advertise. Everybody comes to them. They're the hunted. Now, if you've been reading the newspaper lately or you're watching the news, Facebook is in big trouble. Now, it's only going to get worse. That's probably why they changed their name. They're trying to refocus. They're trying to rebuild. But they don't know that ONET is coming out. And I believe when we have that, we have OBless, we have 5 or 6 free products where people can get in. We will become exactly what they used to be. We will be the hunted. People will come to us and you'll get many times, hey, this company wants to advertise. Do you guys care if they put an ad, a 2-inch by 1-inch ad on your website? And you say yes, you get part of the revenue. And you say, well, why would somebody want to put their ad on my website? Well, you have a website with 300 or 400 websites in your domain, billions of areas online. Trust me, people are going to want to advertise. It's a win-win. It's going to take time, but yeah, I mean, plug and play. I think we will bring the life back to some companies. I think we're big enough to do that, but they'd have to be legit. They'd have to have the right mindset, go back to everything we talked about today, and they can play in the same ball field that we're in. I believe. That's all I got.
Thank you very much for that. And does anyone want to add to that? I wanted to ask Melanie. What do you understand, ma'am, about this issue of plug and play? How can you explain it in your own words? What do you understand as relating to it? Okay.
I hope this is all right. Sorry.
Yes.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Well, plug and play, this is something I do at work as well. It's automated, right? And when you go into the system, it speaks to you more or less. You listen in, and that's about it. Plug and play is simple. It's an automated, tool that you can, play on and listen to.
Okay.
I am used to it from work, so
Okay.
yeah, I'm used to it, so I understand what it is all about.
Okay. Oh, all right then. So, one more last question, the last one, final one. I heard this, and I want everyone else to hear it, but it's important that I bring it here. Is there a face to traffic? Bra Mati, I'm gonna start from you and go to Bra Oliver and Bra Andy. Is there a face to traffic? So this is my face. You understand me? So the AI recognizes my face. So is there a face to traffic?
No, I don't think so. I think how it will work is they will see there's AI involved. AI means machine learning. So it will eventually learn the patterns of how someone shops. Okay. And it doesn't care about your face. It cares about who you are and what you do. Right. So the longer it runs, and the IT guys can back this up, the longer IT runs or machine learning, the smarter it gets. So you start up in kindergarten, you start whatever, but as it's running, I believe the AI for advertising will get better, 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 and better. That's how you get really high percentage of people paying. Because you'll have some people come to your site, they say they're looking for something, they get there and they're a tire kicker, they don't buy. But during this time, AI is learning from that individual, learning from how people respond. It also knows that more tire kickers when you say blank, blank, blank. Less tire kickers when you have this image and you say blank, blank, whatever it might be. That's learning. It's machine learning. It learns. So it goes back with data. It deciphers the data. Said, okay, when we do this, at this time, more women click on it than men. Or more people respond to this image and they do this. Now, you have to do that physically if you're doing it manually, like I did. It's not fun. It's not easy. And I never want to do it again. In this company, everybody's going to be an expert. But to answer your question, it's not an actual face, but there are patterns that the company will learn that will make us better and better and better. And the nice thing is, the better the company gets at it, the better you get at it. Because it's for you. Back to plug and play. We don't have to do it. It does it for us. Everyone here is an absolute expert marketer and doesn't even know it and doesn't even have to know it. So that's the beauty of it. We're all going to do very, very well. But I don't think there's a face to it, no.
Okay. Okay. So I saw Brad Vincent just now. Where did he disappear to? I wanted him to. Brad Vincent? Is he still on?
Yes, he's still here.
Okay. Brad Vincent.
Sorry.
You have something to add to that, please?
Sorry, I didn't catch the question.
But I was talking about the face. Is there a face to traffic?
Well, yeah, like Brother Marty said, it's not a face to traffic, so everyone can jump in, and then the traffic could come in from anyone. So we can jump in, and then according to the customer, so the on-passive also can bring the customer in. So we don't have to look for face to bring a customer in. Anyone is welcome to jump in, and everyone is also free to do or to come into the on-passive as far as you respect our rules and the regulation. So I think there's no to me, a face-to-face traffic. Once you come in, you respect, and then you do as when you respect our decision, you respect our rules, you respect the way we do things, and our term and condition is conduct as the best way we can do. You are welcome. Apart from that, there's no restriction for any customer to jump into our business.
Thank you very much. I like the word you used there, that there's no restriction, because I wanted our people, as many people that are here and those that are back home in Africa, to understand the fact that there's no, or it is Bramati, so because it's his name, or his Fumi, or his Comfort, or Oliver, or Lynn, or anybody, that, oh, they will get so traffic because they are these people. And then those of them that are not, their names are not known or something like that, will get less traffic. So everybody gets equal amount of traffic. So there is no face or no name to the traffic that is going to come to your website, so that we have an understanding of that. And please help us as leaders also to cascade this to those that are, you know, in the interior, in Africa, and for those that do not understand generally how these things work, so that they have an understanding of that, you know.
Fumi, that is fantastic that you said that.
Yes.
Really, I mean, that's the best thing that could have been said, because people seem to think, look, you don't want, when you're selling whatever it is in Unpassive, your name, because some people's name and nationality, they hear it and they go, I don't want to buy from somebody named blank, 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 okay? Syed Bashawala, okay? And they go, well, I don't want to buy from him. They don't see that, and that's not fair. You guys are going to get just what Fumi said. You're going to get the same traffic as I get, as Lynn gets, as Lily gets. Everybody's getting the same traffic. It's beautiful, because you really don't want to face with the name. That's not fair. It's not fair, because people are prejudiced. Let's face the facts. They don't like a name, they go, oh, I'm not going to buy from them. Or they don't like, I don't want to buy from a woman. I don't want to buy from a man. I don't want to. This way, it's neutral. They're buying the product. That's all that matters, and the quality and the value. Very good. I'm sorry I put it. I mean,
no problem. That was a good button in. Because it's an issue that you have back in Africa, the mentality sometimes. So we need to make sure that that is cascaded down, so that people have an understanding of that there's nothing like that happening. No prejudices here. Everybody's one, and you will even be seeing a name attached to that face, or a face attached to the name. So everybody's going to be treated equally. So, Sister Comfort, do you have any other question? Because Mama Joycelyn is not around, so she's had to leave early. We're going to be rounding up on her behalf. So I'm going to hand over to you for you to round up, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Sister Fumi. Yeah, before we quickly round up, I have this question that I would like guys to our team to clarify. Given that we have potential customers and resellers out there, so you know, when you in the days we still had the opportunity was still there for people to become founders. When you present Unpassive, some people will tell you that there's never going to be anything that would beat Google. So I would like maybe Collins, you may go first, because if you give sufficient response, then we will go with that to save time. Collins, before Google and Amazon and stuff, were there other companies that provided these services before Google came, before Yahoo and the rest? To make people believe that Unpassive is here to topple whatever is out there because it is doable and we're doing it already. Collins,
Yes,
are you there?
I'm here. Yes, that's a very good question. You know, there has been a lot of search engine before Google. Remember, when you think about Google, where do you used to go and search Google? From Internet Explorer. You go to Internet Explorer, you search www.google.com, and it will come up before they make it a standalone product. And then they build their own and start to ask a lot of the hardware provider to build their own system, where when you buy like a laptop, Google is already there. Remember, we're talking about Nokia. Nokia was one of the biggest phone producer. What happened to Nokia? Nobody thinks about Nokia, because Nokia was bought over by what? Was it Microsoft? You know, after 6 years, their share just plunged because they refused to go into digital transformation. They think they are the giant, so nobody can beat them. At that time, 2007, they had almost 90% share of the phone, global share of the phone. Apple has only 5%. You know, when they came with digital transformation, where you have the iOS and the Android, they refused because they think they are more than, they are the giant. And this company took over because of what? Customers want better quality than whatever. They came with touchscreen. You know, iPhone came with touchscreen, came with apps, came with a lot. Android went the same. They went aggressively in the market. What happened? Nokia dropped. And that's how, when they decided they sold Nokia. The day they were selling Nokia, what the CEO said, he said, it's not because they did anything wrong. It's not because they did anything wrong, it was just because they refused to enter into digital transformation. Now we are talking about on-passive. Mr. Ashmufara have ticked all these boxes. We have what? Innovation Lab. Those who are there brainstorming to look at the future, predict the future 10 years before, because on-passive is almost 3 years before any company. We are not in competing with anyone, in competition with anyone, because our system, the whole ecosystem is different. We even want those people to come and compete. We are not here to knock everybody out, but we want people, because when you have more competitors, it makes you better. You look at them and you grow better. We have the template, as Brother Oliver said, we have the template where we can build anything within 2 days and put it out there. But just Mr. Ashmufara always concentrate on what the customer wants, because if you know, it's a marketer, he knows what the customer wants. If you know what people want, you always be solution for them. You know, he will not build what we want, but he will build what we need. When you can provide the need of everybody, not what they want, because sometimes you can want everything, but is it what you need? No, Mr. Ashmufara will provide your need. He knows this is what the customer, the market will need, and he will provide that solution. He said, tell us and we will make it. If it is necessary, on-passive will build it. And that's why we are 10 years. We will never make any other mistake where company come and they disappear, because they focus on money, they never focus on the value and the people. So, Mr. Comfort, I will leave it there if I've answered your question.
Wow, brilliant. It's the only thing I can say. Thank you so much. So, Brother Tony, we are rounding up, and given that we have heard what we have heard, there is value, there is total solution, there is everything you think you have ever seen, you will see it here. You have solutions to all the problems and the challenges. Moreover, Collins is just confirming that before Google, there was some other thing, and there were other things and other things. And we are bringing what those others don't have. Google brought what others did not have. And right now we have what nobody else has. So Tony, given that we are, the foundership position has closed. However, there is still room for someone to join in, either as a reseller or as a customer. What take-home message would you have for these people watching us, be it here on the Zoom or on YouTube?
Yeah, thank you, Sister Comfort. Yeah, the message I have is that it's not too late. Okay, the founder position is closed, obviously, but there is the reseller position open. But the thing is, the people that are going to be coming in on a consistent basis are going to be customers first. They're going to be looking at our products. They're going to love our products. And then they're going to, even marketers are going to come in to use the products with whatever it is that they're doing now. And then they're going to realize that there's a reseller position available. So they're going to click that button and become a reseller and have the system work for them in a plug-and-play system that I was talking about, the automated system. So everyone has an opportunity here, whether you're going to come to use the products or whether you're going to come to be a reseller. So that hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Sure, thank you so much, Brother Tony. So on this note, guys, thank you so much once again for joining us. We do appreciate your time, your patience with us, and we apologize, especially from my end, with the poor quality of the voice and stuff. Things will be better in the days ahead. We all know that. So let's keep on keeping on. Let's keep on plugging in. The CEO is not insisting on this for nothing, that we should plug in. So let's make use of the back office and let's have the positive mindset as we get ready for the greatest shape of our lives. So I'll give the honor to Auntie Lynn to finally and officially close the meeting for us. Auntie Lynn, are you there, please?
Thank you, Comfort and Funmi. You did a great job of moderating the session today. We appreciate you, as well as Joycelyn. Appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. We had close to 400 attendees. It's a good turnout, and I see that people were interested. We stayed in the mid 300s for a very, very long time today. That means that people were getting something out of this webinar, and this is what we aim to do. We aim to please. So we will be here every week on Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. We use the same link, so as long as you save that link, you can come in. And it is a public webinar, so feel free to share it with everyone you know. Share it in the forums that you belong to on WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Please spread the word. The more people that come, the better for us, the better for Mr. Bofara, and the better for the company, right? So let's all pull together and help promote Heroes webinar. So at this time, I would like to do a quick thanks to John Barilla and Listra Tuak, who are our webinar webinar chat monitors. This is a very important function that they do. We don't want to overlook that. We want to thank those of you who have promoted our webinars as well. Thank you to Marty DeGarmo for giving us updates today. It's usually either Red or Marty. Red was busy today, obviously, but Marty came in to save the day. Thank you very much, Marty. Let me see, am I missing anybody else? Thank you to our heroes leaders that helped to make this webinar a success as well. At this time, what we're going to do is go to the gallery. We will unmute you and you can say bye-bye to each other.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody. Love you. Have a good day.
Oh, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I love you
And it
all.
was
Bye-bye.
great.
Everybody, bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night, Toya,
Bye.
Toya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Good
Every
night,
Bye.
everybody.
Webinar.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Love you all. Love
everybody.
you all.
Good evening.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh my God, it's a
Bye.
Guys.
Bye, all. Goodbye.
Attendance.
Bye.
bye bye.
Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.